Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Banish the Doubt. Today, I want to continue this talk, if you will, about mindset. But more specifically, today, I want to talk about how we've been conditioned in our past, from when we were little children till now. You see, I believe that I talked about this yesterday. 68 degrees here. It represents our success thermostat. So you obviously set a thermostat in your house to a certain degree because of what the temperature is outside. And I was talking about yesterday, this 68 degrees may work out to be $40,000 to $60,000 per year. That's the success thermostat that's been set in our life by those who come before us or role models. When in fact, there are many people living lives at 125 degrees and higher because their success thermostat was obviously set or they increased it exponentially higher and higher as they got older, chiefly because of who they got around, who they associated with, who were their role models, who they chose to listen to. And in some cases, some of them, that is their family. They may have come from very successful homes. Now, when I say success, I don't necessarily mean somebody who has, an abundance of wealth and they're grinding and they're closing deals or closing people. They're um, well, grinding or what have you. There's another term that's used out there today. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about are the people who have figured out that, as Zig Ziglar once said, the more people we help to get what they want in their life, we get everything we want in our life. So that to me is a huge distinction between what society labels as success and what true success is. True success is not getting ahead of or better than the other guy or girl. True success is not, making sure you close that person. True success, and this is in my estimation, and a lot of those people out there who are very, very successful, globally successful, because they're not trying to pull the wool over somebody's eyes or whatever it is. So, from our childhood, we have been raised based on the thought process and the emotional makeup of those around us. Now, namely, obviously, those are going to be our parents, and then relatives, the family we're born into, society as far as school and what have you. But there's a different type of success that I want to talk about today in the mindset. This one is a mindset that says, I'm going to tap into who that is that inside of me, that stirs inside of me. Now, I've mentioned this in previous videos that if you're watching my video, it's probably because you're relating to what I'm talking about as far as that thing, that's something that stirs inside of us. That's something that says where I'm at in life is not quite where I'm supposed to be. There's something else out there. And I want to tap into that. And I want to start to almost like now we're in the springtime here in New Jersey, the buds, the rose buds, the flowers start to blossom. You're feeling like this is what I'm at this point in my life now. Okay. So one of the first things we want to do is never dwell on the imperfections of yourself. Start to get away from that. We start to get away from this inner talking that is so prevalent, I find, in society today. The and it is quiet. It goes on in people's minds unconsciously. I'm not good enough. I'm just going to stay safe. The good, secure, safe job, and not looking inward. Okay, so we're not going to dwell on the imperfections. When we look in a mirror, we're going to start to tell ourselves, you are worthy. You are deserving, whatever it is that's inside of you, that's bubbling up, that's talking to you, you're worthy of that. Um, you're a millionaire. You're in the perfect relationship. You're um, starting that career, whatever it may be, that job. You're writing that book. You're going to write that screenplay, whatever it may be. Okay, you do not dwell on your imperfections of yourself or others. Now, this is something else that's very prevalent, and it has been like this for generations in our society. You know, gossiping, talking about other people. Okay, we do not talk about or dwell on the imperfections of others. For to do so is to impress the subconscious with these limitations. So by doing that, and of course, again, those people who raised us, the people who are around us, they didn't understand this, but to the subconscious, we are just reinforcing that we are that. Because when we dwell on any imperfections on in another, we're dwelling on our own imperfections. Because if you were to look at somebody and suddenly that side of them starts to light up, what the subconscious is telling you in that moment when you start to dwell on that part of them that's lighting up is that that's reflecting back to you that exact imperfection within you. Let me say it again. When you see somebody and you start to talk about, oh, compare, and so an imperfection in that person, you are just highlighting and illuminating the imperfection in you. That's why you're saying it. That's why you're talking about it. Because subconsciously, we're downloading, we're just keeping that light bulb on. We're just staying in this sort of this loop. Okay. So we don't do that. We don't do that anymore. Okay, we want to get away from that. This is starting to that process of becoming successful, becoming. We start to look inward. We start to acknowledge who we are on the inside. We no longer look at the outside. Okay, we as Neville Goddard said, we don't we deny the evidence of our senses, which means that which we can see, which we can hear. And we deny the evidence of that. And we assume the feeling, that person who we are inside, that whatever it is that's welling up inside, we assume that we already are that person. So we keep our focus on that. Okay. So we start to raise this success thermostat. We start to turn the knob on that. Okay. Your imagination is able to do all that you ask in proportion to the degree of your attention. Again, from Neville Goddard. And a lot of what I'm quoting from Neville Goddard, you can find in the Bible as well, because it all sort of stems from that. Jesus said in the Bible, um, if you go to the closet and close the door, talking about our higher mind, close the door means we turn off the senses. We're no longer attached to the senses, what we can see and hear. We close our eyes. We detach from our environment. Okay, we start to meditate. We start to see that person, and we start to see ourselves as that person. Like I mentioned in previous videos, if it's a certain vehicle you want, as you're driving your vehicle, I don't care if it's broken down and it's on its last wheels. When you grab the steering wheel, you're grabbing that car's steering wheel. When you look around inside the cabin of your car, you're looking and seeing that car. You do this for everything in your life. When you're sitting in your home, if it's in an apartment somewhere, I don't care if it's a studio apartment where if you open your front door, you almost hit the refrigerator. You see yourself living in whatever, a condo, your own house, whatever it may be. Okay, when you're sitting at your desk or your kitchen table, whatever it may be, you see your business. Okay, you see yourself sitting at the desk of the executive desk. Okay, when you're out and about, you're seeing yourself as if it's a service or what have you that you dream that you're having. As you start to see other people around you, you start to see them okay, as all the people of you have serviced, all the people you have helped, and they're looking at you saying, oh, there he is or there she is. Thankful for that person because of whatever product or service that you are sending out to the universe. Those people are grateful for you being here, for you taking the initiative, for you going inside and seeing that person, going inside and attaching yourself to that person, no longer dwelling on any imperfections within yourself or others. Okay, you're imagining all that you ask is in proportion to the degree of your attention. How much are you focused on that? Okay, and all this comes out, the checks, okay, the money, that's all part of it. None of that ever comes until you become inside that you feel enough that you're worthy, you're deserving of that, and that is yours. Okay, the universe then starts to bring that to you. Money is nothing more than a means of exchange, but you start to attract that to you. When you wake up in the morning in your bed, you start to incorporate this type of thinking. That the first thoughts in your mind when you're still kind of in that groggy state is yours. I'm so grateful and thankful for another day. I'm so grateful and thankful for the bed that I slept in, the sheets, the floor I'm about to stand on, the bathroom I'm about to go into, the mirror, whatever, the shower that I'm going to go into to take a shower. You become grateful and aware of all of that. This is how we start to collapse time, and we kind of almost like a funnel. We start to funnel everything to us. This is how we start to do that. We start to, when we're out and about and we're walking to the store, let's say, we don't focus on getting to the store. We focus on the steps we're taking to get to the store. This is how in the now we are. And this is starting to have like a layering effect. You're starting to layer one awareness on top of another, on top of another, on top of another. When you're interacting with somebody, you are absolutely in the moment. You are focused on them and you're focused in this moment. So many of us, and I know I've been guilty of this myself, we're talking to somebody, but our mind is out here. And it's, well, did I close the refrigerator door? Did I send that email? What about, and they can tell you're not really focused. You're not really now in the now. You're not really here. Okay, I can remember whenever I used to interact with my uncle, he was a millionaire in the car industry. But I always noticed that whenever I would talk to him, he would stop and look right at me. And you could just tell his focus, his vision was right on me and right on what I was talking about. He was in the now. He's a millionaire, multimillionaire, actually. Okay, success leaves clues, guys. So, moving along to the mind. This is right from the book, The Science of Getting Rich, okay, by, I forget the author's name, but I'll find it, or you can just Google it. The Science of Getting Rich is going back hundreds of years, okay? It says simply, when we incorporate the ideas that form this mind, now it's different than our mind, okay? That's why I put it in green, into our mind and persevere in those ideas. So when we incorporate the ideas that form this mind into our mind, okay, so again, we're focusing on ourselves, we're focusing in on right here in the now, and persevere in those ideas, a mighty strength wells up within us. A mighty strength wells up within us. Then we have a foundation for the spiritual body, the body not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. Okay, so this is that body that we're starting to tap into, the mind that we're starting to tap into. Okay, like Jesus said, we close our eyes, we go to the closet. The higher mind. This is what he's talking about. This is the higher mind. When the spiritual body is established in consciousness, okay, its strength and power is transmitted to the visible body and to all the things that we touch in the world around us. So the spiritual body is established in consciousness. This is what I'm saying. We no longer focus on the outside world in as much as we look at to the outside world as, well, when they change, then I'll feel better about myself. Or let me focus on mine or their imperfections. We start to focus on, and we're always in tune with who we are, this spiritual mind, this mind that transcends all that. Because as we start to incorporate this mind into our mind, into the physical mind, all that starts to change. So, this inexhaustible mind substance is available to all time at all times and in all places to those who have learned to lay hold of it in consciousness. So again, if you're watching my video right now and on any of my other videos, you have attracted me and these videos to you. Whatever that is that's inside of you has brought these videos, because I'm not doing anything other than what others have. I have attracted others into my space, if you will, or to my world. Okay, so because I made the change and I decided at one point, I said, okay, I'm making a big shift here in my life, and suddenly these people and books like this started to come into my universe, if you will, or they've always been there. It's just the fog has lifted. Now I can see them. So continuing on, the simplest, shortest, and most direct way of doing this was when Jesus said, "Whosoever shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that what he say comes to pass, he shall have it." So just like Neville Goddard, a lot of his books come from here. Feeling is a secret. Feeling is not emotional. This is not emotional. This is an acceptance. This is you looking at yourself and saying, I fully accept that I am that person right now. Even though I might not be able to see it in my physical world, because nothing has ever happened in this world that wasn't first made here. Okay, it was all, the airplane was here first. The computer I'm looking at you through was here first. Everything. Okay, the coffee mug that I have over here, it was in the mind first. The table that this computer rests on, this here, this trifold, all this first emanated here. So we see it here. Okay. So now I just want to share something I listened to this morning. It was on the radio. Whitney Houston. Now, for some of you, obviously may remember Whitney Houston, extremely popular and powerful singer, popular entertainer. But the song she had on this morning is, the lyrics say, "I have nothing if I don't have you." Now, I wrote this here because I found this to be so powerful, in as much as this is exactly how society conditions our brain. Okay. She said this, "I have nothing, 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 nothing if I don't have you." How horrible is that? What do you mean you have nothing if you don't have that person? So, and so how many millions of young girls listened to that and were emotionally connected to that, hanging on to a relationship maybe that they shouldn't be in? But just that, I have nothing if I don't have you. Oh no, you have everything. You are everything. You are perfect. You are whole. You are full of love. You are full of light. But you see what I'm saying? So she's singing a song that maybe somebody else in her life modeled a behavior. So, and this record sold, millions and millions and millions of copies. But the messaging, that's what I'm talking about, guys. It's the messaging. It's how society says things, and we listen to music, we watch TV. The famous, was it, or infamous line in was a Tom Cruise movie, "You complete me." Well, what do you mean well, he was incomplete? No, we're not incomplete. You're not incomplete. I'm not incomplete. No, we are complete and whole as we are right now. But you see, I'm talking about the messaging and the conditioned behaviors, the conditioned mind. This is the stuff that goes on in society, and we don't even realize it. I didn't realize it at the time. I used to sing along to that song, or at least listen to it. And there's just countless other songs out there. What's the other one is, if you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why is she taking the biggest part? With the biggest part of you? No, the biggest part of you is you. But you see how this stuff goes on, and how I could just recall that song? It's because this is the stuff that we say. We sing along to these songs and this the other songs, the melodies and the way that they craft the music. You know, no, it's wrong. It's what keeps people feeling that they're less than, feeling that they have nothing if the person leaves them. No. So I let go of rejection as a reflection of my self worth. That is powerful. That is much more powerful than this. This is nothing. That absolutely is nothing. This is powerful. Louise Hay. I let go of rejection as a reflection of my self worth. Again, we are not allowing the outside. We are severing ourselves from the outside. Anything on the outside, anybody on the outside, changing how we feel about ourselves on the inside. This is how we start to develop the true success. And once you start to get this kind of a mindset, guys, once this becomes your predominant mindset, then things really start to materialize. It's already there. The success is already there. Your book you want to write, it's already written. Your screenplay, it's already written. Your business, it's already established. The relationship, he or she's already there. Okay? The money you're looking for, it's already there. It's in the universe, just waiting for you to align yourself with it. Okay? Waiting for you to get in that same vibration that operates at. Okay, because it's all about vibration. It's that success thermostat. It's starting to raise that success thermostat. I hope that just by watching this video, your success thermostat is starting to rise right now, as what just by watching this video. So our environment is made up of, this is from Dr. Joe Dispenza. Our environment is made up of people, pasts, things, objects, places, and time. Lots of stress in the environment. Okay, this is what we dwell upon all day, every day. This is what we think about, pretty much almost like some of this, if not all of it, but part of that, as we wake up in the morning. Okay, as we go to sleep at night, we're thinking about it. As we wake up in the morning, we're thinking about it, and we're saying to ourselves, I couldn't sleep last night. I had a tough time. This is why, because this is what we've been conditioned to believe. I have nothing if I don't have you. Well, people, right? Our past, things, our objects, places, time, obviously. Okay. We are at our absolute best when we get beyond ourself. And our absolute best, guys, is that success I was talking about. Once we get beyond ourselves, once we're able to take time out each day, go to that closet that Jesus talked about, close the door, close your eyes, separate yourself from the outside world, separate yourself from the conditions, okay, from the people, the objects, the places, the pasts, separate ourselves from our past, okay, things. We don't look anymore that we don't look to things that we have, objects or possessions that we have, as that's defining who I am. Okay, the Mercedes Benz that you want to buy, that's fine. You certainly go get that, attracted to you, but it doesn't define who you are. Okay, the neighborhood you live in doesn't define who you are. The clothes you wear don't define who you are. Whether or not how many thumbs up I get doesn't define how who I am. How many subscribers I get doesn't define who I am. The applause or whatever, it's great. Don't get me wrong. I love the thumbs up. I love all the people subscribing to my channel. I absolutely love that. But I love that because I know that I'm making an impact. Like Zig Ziglar said, the more people in this world you help to get what they want, you'll have everything that you want. That, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, that is true success. So I trust that you enjoyed this video. Again, if you did like it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you receive all of my videos, and you can go back and watch any of my other ones. Feel free, like I mentioned, down below to leave a comment. Let me know if how this video has helped you. If there are certain things in your life that maybe this video has helped you to start to understand that you're gonna start to align with, or other things in your life that you have already established, and that this video or other videos like this are starting to really kind of give you a certain understanding, a certain mindset. Um, Feel free to share these videos with everybody that you know as well, because the more people in this world see these types of videos and understand this is the true success in life, the less bombs there'll be in the world, the less strife, the less stress, the less rancor, all of that. The world will start to heal. And that's really the objective here, is to start to heal the world of the wounds of the ego mind. Have a great day, guys, and God bless.